Welcome back, Wolfpack Verlis here, and this is how to use Gorebyss. Now, I know Huntail comes first in Pokedex order, but Gorebyss is better to talk about first because it is a better Pokemon than Huntail in certain aspects. So instead of confusing people, I want to do those aspects first, then talk about Huntail's strengths in the next video. So when we look at Gorebyss, it's going to be a really interesting Pokemon because 105 on the defense, 72 on the special defense, but then really low hit points. So it has some interesting tanky potential, but not a lot because of its lower hit points. Also has 114 special attack, which is really strong, but 52 on that speed is going to be not outright sweepery. So that's just kind of one of the things that we're observing initially. Then when we go into its typing, pure water type, which is actually really nice. Only weak against grass electric, 4 resistances, and it's a decent stab move that, water hits a lot of things pretty well, and it's just really solid typing. But overall, we're going to have to see Gorebyss' strength by hopping into Pokemon Showdown. Huntail and Gorebyss, they're both Baton Pass Pokemon. They can both do Shell Smash Baton Pass, but Gorebyss just has more strength. That if we look at it, you can go Ice Beam Surf, try to go for the damage. You have Ice Beam Scald, you have Hydro Pump. There's a lot of options that Gorebyss has, and that's mostly just because Shell Smash is going to be very strong on it. That with the 114 special attack at level 50, you're going to get a huge boost. That's going to be doubled, and at level 100, you're looking at over 700 special attack using moves like Ice Beam and Surf. So Surf is going to get stabbed, and if you want to take the risk, you can just go with Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump, here's the thing, guys. I don't like moves like Hydro Pump, Blizzard, Thunder, things like that, because the accuracy could cost you game, but at the same time, it is that high risk, high reward. It's going to secure you a lot of neutral hits. That +2 high special attack, 110 base power stab move neutrally is going to devastate a lot of Pokemon, give you some KOs that Surf normally wouldn't have gotten. And then you have Ice Beam for coverage. Now, I don't think you need to run Blizzard over Ice Beam. It's a super effective hit, it's going to be very strong, and then it's already knocking out that Pokemon to begin with. And then Focus Sash. Focus Sash is pretty much, you can use Gorebyss as a lead. You can make, like if they're stealth rocking you or something, you can get a free Shell Smash, and then just run away with the game from there. That if Focus Sash stays up, Hydro Pump doesn't become as much of a liability, that you can miss it once, survive from the Focus Sash, and still have some follow-up. Also, looking at Gorebyss' speed with a pure modest nature, well, 52 is actually really nice. That 52 is going to let you outspeed 135 base speed Pokemon after doubling. So once you Shell Smash, you can still outspeed Pokemon like Mega Manectric that are timid, so you can turn that into something, and it's really good. Also, Gorebyss has a couple of other options that you can just pretty much be Shell Smash Baton Pass, and that's, if you want to be a dedicated Smash Passer, that's where you're looking at White Herb. White Herb is going to make it to where the defense drop doesn't matter, so now you can just give +2 speed, +2 special attack, +2 attack into really any Pokemon, try to turn it into a sweeper relatively safely. That because of the good defenses, that if you invest into the hit points really well, you can endure a lot of hits, even some special attack or some super effective hits from on Gorebyss, and do fairly well. Then just get your Baton Pass out, or get your Shell Smash, outspeed the Pokemon, go into Baton Pass. You can run Modest Nature with Blizzard Hydro Pump. That way you're making up for the damage lost if you see an opportunity to score a KO. Or you can just go Shell Smash, Baton Pass, buff that Pokemon, not worry about anything else, and just have the damage as an option. And if you want to go heavy dedicated Smash Pass, like just do nothing but Shell Smash, Baton Pass, I recommend Timid Nature. That way you can outspeed some Scarf Pokemon after getting that Shell Smash set up, and then you can just kind of get those clutch outspeeds, since you're not damaging anyway. And then there's also Calm. Calm Gorebyss is very interesting because you can survive a Mega Manectric Volt Switch with 252 hit points and Calm Nature. So that just means that now you Shell Smash, you endure a Volt Switch, you can endure a lot of Rotom setup, and then you can just, set up a substitute maybe if it's a Rotom, you have some health left over, getting those outspeeds, and then you can Baton Pass maybe with a substitute. Just, if you want to play dedicated Smash Pass, like that's one of the things about Gorebyss. You can either go for that offenses, or you can go dedicated Smash Pass. You might find a substitute. You might be able to get some extra stats in there. White Herb is going to be very nice, and then you can wall out a lot of Pokemon with this special defensive nature, because you already have good defenses, so by boosting your special defense, it's going to help you against your weaknesses, Grass and Special being mostly, or Grass and Electric being mostly special. Then you just have Surf as an offensive option. Gorebyss might be your last Pokemon, might do something clutch with it, just good to carry some damage. And then there's also the Verlisify set, because, you have high speed, which means you can use Rain Dance. Proc that Swift Swim, and now you're going to be having priority over your opponent, essentially. That you're going to outspeed them, get that Amnesia, get that Iron Defense, really boost those defenses. You might be able to get 1 or 2 Amnesia, 1 or 2 Iron Defense, and then you have the option to Baton Pass, and now you're making any Pokemon into a Super Tank. I've never seen a set like this on Gorebyss, but I think it can be very solid. Now also, if you're really playing in that Swift Swim, you can invest into other areas, like you can put more into your special defense. You're just looking for some specific outspeeds. That, this is for that 135, that way just in case you see a Manectric or some kind of grossly fast Pokemon. But other than that, you can just invest just a little, break that. Trying to think about what it would be for 100 base speed Pokemon at level 100. Let's look at a Pokemon like Charizard. So we take Charizard. Charizard's going to be that speed, so at 299, timid nature, 328. So that means we just need to hit 165 speed, and that's not really too hard. 100 EVs into speed, which is 2 hordes, nice. And then the rest in special defense and hit points. I was thinking bold nature, that way you get the most out of it, and boom, there you go. You rain dance, you get up faster than your opponent, you set up tankily, and now you can baton pass and make a super tank out of it. And that's pretty much Gorebyss, that it doesn't have too much outplay potential, that you're really going to pretty much come in, hope your setup works, baton pass it, sweep with it, baton pass it, do something like that, and then you're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's how you use Gorebyss. Huntale coming up soon.